Okay, you open QGIS now. Now for mine, you can see restoring loaded plugins. It's quite important because my console will be full of little plugins. Okay, don't panic if your console is a bit different. And also because now the video is in 2021, maybe you will have some change later because this is a software that evolves a lot. Okay, it's English. If you want to change language, you go in option. I can show you now because it's more comfortable if you do it in your maternal tongue. General, okay, translation, American English, and you see there is many languages. Okay, so let's start a new project and let's continue the training. And I guess you want to load your first map. It's what we're gonna do now. Okay, first of all, I return on my console. When you have a project, it's empty. I'm sure you want something like Google Earth or a map from internet. It's possible, but for that you need some plugins. Okay, as I told you, it's a bit like R. You can add a lot of additional plugins that will help you for your project. So you can see here I have a lot of plugins. If you go in Manage and Install Plugins, it will load everything which is available, and then into the repository you can check some very cool plugins. The first one, which is cool, will be OpenStreetMap, OSM. So Animate OSM, Quick Map Service. Okay, Quick Map Service, please install it. Oh, there is a new one, Quick OSM. Download OSM data from okay, as you can see, each time there is a plugin, if you click on it, you will have an explanation, okay, telling you how useful it is, the number of downloads. It's a good idea of how important it can be, the rating, etc. etc. Okay, Quick Map Service is a cool one because it will help you to find the maps from Quick Map Service, OpenStreetMap. Okay, so you install it. It should be here. For me, it's already installed. And then when you go on the web, you will see there is Quick Map Service already here. And then let's load OSM standard, OpenStreetMap standard, and ta-da! You have a map of the world, OpenStreetMap view. Okay. Later I will show you that it's possible to load other maps from the web, like Google Maps or things like that. Okay, but let's start with OpenStreetMap, which is a free one, quite common. Okay, and explore it. So I have a mouse with a roll. If I roll in and out, I can zoom. Okay, and because it's a resource online, each time you zoom in, you see there is a bar here. You will charge and use some of your web. So you need internet for that, okay? Because this map is interactive, okay? It's coming from the net. That's why if you don't have internet, you cannot load this kind of map. Obviously, I will teach you that later. If you load other kind of map in shapefile, for example, you won't need internet, okay? But now at least you have something on the back of your project and you have a map. Here you see you have some layers, and now you can see there is the first layer of your project, which is a map, OpenStreetMap standard. It's this one. As you can imagine, we'll load all the maps, other objects maybe, and then we'll have a pile of tile, okay, of layers. It's better to say layers. I will use the correct vocabulary. You'll see there is not a lot of vocabulary for QGIS, and you will know all of them because I will repeat. Okay, so please do that. Open layer now, I think it's not anymore here. Let me check, because open layer, it was quite cool. Open layer, open, no, it's not here anymore, but it's okay. So now you start to understand that a lot of plugins are available in your into your QGIS project. Now let's start to do a simple map with raster. What is raster? Okay, let me explain to you a bit about raster and object layer. In QGIS, you will have two kinds of map of layer. A layer of with an image, okay, and a layer with some layers with objects, okay. Let me come back with a little explanation. So imagine here I have some games, Intel toys. You remember the Lego? Let's say you are in Africa and you try to do a biodiversity census with lions, giraffe, and other wildlife species. Okay? And you have a map, okay? A map of your national park. Let's say this is a map of your national park. This is an image, okay? And you will enter that into your project as an image, okay? This will be a layer, a raster layer, okay? It can be just geo-referenced. You can maybe calculate some distance, but you cannot extract an object of that. Don't worry, now it's a little bit dark, but the light will come. And then on your national park, you record with your GPS some animals, some giraffe, some lions, okay? Those are dots, okay? You cannot put a lion on your project, you will put a dot, okay? This dot is lions, for example. Those dots, yellow, more yellow, are giraffe. Oh, this one is orange, okay? And then you added a layer of objects. Those are objects, okay? On your raster. And those objects you'll see in a QGIS project, we can add some information. We'll explain that those dots are animals and they are lions. This one is a giraffe. This one is an adult male. This one is a baby. Okay? So there is raster, which is an image, and there is object, who are dots with information or something else. For example, let's say that here you have a lake, okay? You have your lake and you can draw your lake. Then you will add an object. It's a polygon, okay? This one is not very nice. You can see later that you can draw perfectly all the bank of your lake. But here you added an object, which is a polygon, okay? Here you added some points. Here you added some dot. I said dot, point. Here you added a polygon. It's again into the category of objects, and it will be another layer into your project. It will be a third layer, okay? But here on this object, you can write it's a lake with a maximum depth of 10 meters, with a pH of 7, whatever. You will see that on object, you can write some information. What kind of other object can you write, can you build, can you draw on your project? You can write some lines for road, for river, for example. So there is only 3 kinds of objects: line, polygons, and points. Okay? And the big category, the second big category, is layer. Okay? So you will have layer of raster. It's raster. Okay? It's layer of raster. So you will have object and raster vector. Okay? Don't worry. We'll talk about that again, and repetition will be masterization. Let's return to QGIS. So here, this is a symbol for raster layer. Okay? This one, like a chess game. Okay, we'll come on that later. Anyway, I will repeat. Now, how to make a map. So let's say, for an example, we want to do a map about Galapagos. So I will do a very simple map, okay? Not without objects like lions or something like that. Now we start with only one layer, okay? A simple, very simple map, okay? And I want you also to train yourself and to make a map. So let's say we want to make a map about Galapagos, the mecca for biologists. Okay, so you have your map over there. Here, it's an interactive map, it's your project, but it's not an image. You need to print this image, okay? So you can do either Control R, or over there, you will create a new print layout, okay? Control P or new print layout in project. Click. This will be, for example, Galapagos map. Okay, and then a new window will come. Okay, I'll reduce it just for you to understand that you have your console in the background here, and here you have your Galapagos map. Okay? So this is to make a picture, a JPEG or PNG, a picture for maybe your project to make figure 1, okay? Map of the study area, for example. Okay, how can we make this map? So we'll add an item, add map, okay? And here we say that the map will be over there. Ta-da! The map appeared, okay? Coming from my console in the background. Okay. Check in the list of items, you can see map 1. Okay, if I remove, okay, it's visible. What is important now is that you can still move your map because it's interactive. It's linked to your console, your QGIS console. Okay, and here you can say that you can move. I want to move the contents. Okay, you see the window is still over there, and I click, I grab the island and I move. Okay, and you can even zoom in and zoom out. If you do no, not like this. This is just to move the window. Let me check, where is it? Select move items. Okay, just for you to understand that there is a window, interactive window, I reduce it. Okay, and over there, this is in the background, this is a image, new page. Okay, this is just to move the window, but if you want to move the content, see, I click, I grab, I move, it's like this. And then normally if you do control roll in, you can even zoom. You see, I go in with the roll, I keep control pressed, and I can zoom in and zoom out. Okay, now if you control roll out, you see I can move my map. That's cool, huh? So you see, because it's still interactive, it's connected to your console in the background. Okay, what now is it's a standard. What do you need for a map? You always need the north. Add a new north arrow in the layout. Okay, now it's asking you where you want to put it. Okay, it's big, you can change everything, the size, everything. And now you see it appeared into the item over there. I show you that it's even possible to add it, for example, differently. If you want to add a picture over there, for example, you see new item, which is picture. Now in item properties, you can check that there is a library of picture available. You see, search directory, loading previews, and it will propose to you a lot of little icons. Oh, that's cool. So you see, for example, you will find again the north, or another type of directional arrow. Let's say you want this one, double click, and that's it. You can even add a picture, for example, add item, a picture of your species. If you, for example, study some species, you can load and look some picture like this one. Perfect. Whew. Nothing special in my library, and you double click. I want, for example, from this picture, which is a kind of coral. Okay, you can add whatever you want. What is also needed here, always, this is not needed, but what I mean, it's always needed as a standard, it's the north. Okay, and then even if it's a norm, the north is always on the top of your map, but it's all better to add it, okay, just in case, because sometimes you can rotate your map for a better shape. The scale, yes, the scale. We always need a scale, which is here. Add a new scale bar to the layout. You can also add it from here, add item, but it's already here. And then click. It will propose to you a position. Ta-da! And you have here a scale. Okay, it's in kilometers, but you can change the units. For example, if you are in the USA, here scale bear unit, and you see you can change feet, whatever. Nautical miles can be useful indeed in miles, and then nautical miles, you have the international writing. But what is interesting is, look, if I change on my map 1, I go on map 1, and I will zoom in, control roll in, no, this here, otherwise I just move the window, this one. If I move in, you see, oh, the scale automatically change, move, is adapted, is linked to my map. Okay, now let me remove this picture because I don't care, it's not beautiful. Let me remove this picture. So you see, I select it here on the item and I press remove. Voila. Super. Now I have a simple map. look all what you can do. You can add um, you can add a grid. You can, you know, the grid, when you have longitude, latitude, you can add a frame. It was what I was looking for. The frame around, okay, the thickness, everything, the color. But now also what I want to show you, it's a cool one. Quite often we need that because we have very little area, specific area, a national park or something, and you want to locate this area into a wider view of a map. I will show it to you. We'll add a second map over there, and again this is another map connected to a console over there in the background. So, but if I select it, I will add a frame, okay, and then I will zoom out to have a wider view. Control roll back. I will see America. I roll back. I move America. Oh, roll in a bit. You see, I have another view, okay, of my area, the Galapagos, over there, here. But you know, usually we do it manually. We do a little square to say this here, this map is over there. There is something automatic here. You will see it's in overview, because we made an overview of map number 1 into map number 2. So open overview, add one. So yeah, be aware that you can find that by yourself. If you write how to make an overview in my map, you will find it. As I told you, you can find everything. Okay, I will show you the manuals. Me, with my demonstration, I just give you little things to be a little bit faster. But for your own problematic, you will find everything, okay, online. Now it's just to speed a little bit, speed your acquisition of new tools. Okay, so let's make an overview. So click on plus. Overview number 1. What is overview number 1? We want the map number 1 to appear as a frame in map number 2. Click, select, and ta-da! You see? Over there in red, I can show you that I can change, for example, in green, I can change the transparency, etc., etc. I have my map. Oh, it's not here anymore. It's very light. Okay? And I will show it to you that it's still interactive. If I stay on map 2, I do move item content. Inside I do control zoom in, and I move. My little square will change, okay, accordingly. I'll put it in red, it's better, more visible. Okay, and you can change the density. Not below, above. Anyway, so you see, that's quite convenient. I'll make another one because I don't like this one. One, okay, my little square, and I zoom in to show you that it will change. Okay, voila, and then you have an overview of map number 1 in map number 2, and then your reader can locate easily Galapagos Island or National Park or whatever. Okay, so please, for the first exercise, enjoy and make your own map, at least with those little parameters. Okay, obviously you will see that later we can use a lot of different things. We can add, for example, some text. I'll show you for text because it's not very intuitive. So again, the position of the text is over there, and if you click, oh, I cannot write. Yes, you cannot write inside directly. You need to go over there. So you see, item with a T, text, Loren Ibsen. So each time you will write this, you remove it and you write it by yourself. Galapagos Islands. Oh, Galapagos, better. Okay, now it's very tiny. You have to change the size, look, everything. It's not intuitive at the beginning. That's why it's good for to check with me and to see that you can move Galapagos Island. You say, hey, why are you writing that? Because we can see Reserva Marina de Galapagos, Isla Isabela. Those writing are into the internet map. If you use OpenStreetMap in the background, it won't appear, okay? Because it's a raster. The raster will be the image of your map, but most often the writing will move, okay? That's why it's good to write directly over there. Okay, and then you save it as an image. Okay, export PDF or whatever, and you will have a nice map ready for figure 1. Okay, this is basic, but I'm sure you will be happy. And now if there is an earthquake and everything stopped, at least you are able to make your figure 1. I mean the map, the localization, the location of your project. Okay, your turn, please. Train yourself. It's always good to train to put it here forever, or at least for weeks. Okay, next video, something else.